Hey, Dusty, thanks for letting me interview you. I can't wait to talk to you. So, I have a couple questions. First of all, share a little bit about you and what you do so that ladies can get a feel for that.
Okay. Well, thanks for having me. It's an honor to be here. And I am an audiologist. So I have a private practice in Littleton where I do hearing testing and treating hearing loss. And I also do earwax removal and ear impressions for various, music for artists and sleep plugs and things like that. But my favorite thing to do is working with people who have hearing loss and fitting them with hearing aids and counseling and educating them so that they can live their best lives despite their hearing loss. So that's one job. And then I'm also the owner of a second company where I wrote a book and created a program that helps people cope with hearing loss. And I sell that book and program to other audiologists all over the world. So two things that keep me busy, but all related to helping people who have hearing loss.
Yeah, and what a great way to have a second revenue stream is to share your expertise that way. I think we all could learn from that. So I thought about creating a platform to share with other photographers on how I, go about directing my marketing and doing that. So great idea, second revenue stream. I think that's so smart. And so tell me why you got pictures in the first place and how you felt about it. And you got the makeup, right, Dusty? Did
I
you?
did do the makeup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
show you off here. So
Oh,
tell me about why you did the pictures, yeah, and how you're using them.
for sure. Well, I chose to do the makeup because I've never actually had professional makeup done for photos. I didn't even have it done for my wedding, and I just thought that would be a treat for myself. And I loved it. I couldn't believe how it transforms your face and how she was so good about not making it look like, I've been painted on, but just,
And it's super
you know,
natural. Yeah.
yeah, it's very natural for sure. So it made me feel a little more confident because I don't really know how to do makeup. So that was fun. And I needed the pictures. I always need professional headshots for my practice because I have them on my website for my private practice. And I like to wear my white coat for those so that people can see that, I'm a doctor of audiology. So they see the professional side of me. I've often seen pictures that have been on other people's websites where they're just taken like outside by a tree and you can tell they just snapped them with their smartphone and put them on their website. And I'm always kind of like, oh, those aren't the, like it's not the best picture. And it made me go, it's worth it to take a professional photo for something as important as a website because my patients need to see that I'm a professional.
Yeah, and that you
Um,
take it seriously.
yeah, exactly. And then the other thing that I use them for is my social media. So for my other business, I also have a headshot on my website for my other business. I don't think it's quite as important as what the patients see, but other audiologists who are thinking about purchasing my products need to see that I'm a professional. And then on social media, I think it's important that my two outlets up for LinkedIn and Facebook for both businesses have a professional photo on there as well that just shows that you're a professional,
And I saw that you're using it on your Zoom profile. I think that's like the
Mhm.
first place to put it up on, is yours for your Zoom profile. A lot of people think LinkedIn and Facebook, obviously, but that boy, we are zooming, like
Are
it is
we
a
are
big
zooming.
deal
It's a
now.
lot.
Well,
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about, so I want to get right to the good stuff. So what we're talking about with these women, all of us, awesome women, is what fuels you and what drains you. Is there something that you can offer on that, either with your personal or your business life? What fuels you?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Before I forget, I wanted to show you that I also have my headshot on my business card.
Oh,
So
I love
that's
that.
cool and different that you don't you don't
Oh,
see it.
and yay. Oh, it looks perfect.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah. I say put them back on your business card because I mean, people by people,
Yeah,
they want to see you. And if you're ever in
exactly.
a referral group and you're passing cards out, I always remember the people whose headshots are on there. Way better.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I do too. So,
so
okay, so let's start with what drains me. I think I feel drained when, gosh, maybe when I just have too much, when I'm taking on too much, and I'm not taking care of myself because I'm doing too much for work. So just overwhelm, taking on, not saying no, saying yes to everything,
Yeah.
and then realizing that I can only be drawn so thin before it's too draining. So and then what fuels me, there's a couple things. Exercise is always, top. I know that's not unique. We all know that that is important to get those endorphins up, and that is one of the things that helps a lot. So whether it's walking or biking or going to the gym, doing yoga in my basement, that all fuels me. And then the other thing is service also fuels me. So I am part of a nonprofit group called Hearing the Call Colorado,
Oh,
and we fit hearing aids on income qualified residents. So I spent I think of that as my third business because I put a lot of time into that.
yeah.
And those patients that receive those hearing aids are so grateful, and they're so sweet, and often they don't speak English. And so it's just a lot of body language that we're,
I love
communicating with.
that.
And that fuels me so much. And then the other service is I foster dogs. And so, I've almost always got at least one dog, but often up to eight if we've got a litter of puppies. And just taking care of them, that unconditional love, helping them find families, their forever homes. They're happy, the dogs are happy, and the people's lives are changed by them. And so that really fills me up too.
Oh gosh, I see your dog posts on Facebook every now and then. I'm like, oh, bless her heart. I think every year I get older, I realize the value of the service and the charitable contribution side and less about the monetary gain.
Yeah.
So sometimes you do it just because it feels good, not because it's a money payoff. Yeah.
Mhm.
So in the exercise part, yes, I get it. Yoga, I also do yoga with Adrienne. Have you ever checked out yoga with
Yes,
Adrienne
yes,
on
it's
YouTube?
great with her
Oh,
dog.
she's the bomb.
And Jean.
Do the rinse one.
Okay.
It's really good. And it's really that particular one. I think it's 15 minutes. I'm all about like 15 minutes is good for me. So
Mhm.
it's mostly just a stretching your body one, lots of forward folds and lots of just stretching. And I think I'm over the days where I used to pound and try to burn calories. And,
Mhm.
now I can just say, okay, well, today I'm just going to stretch. And that's okay. It's okay to just do the low impact stuff, the breathing, just getting out on your bike and getting out in the fresh air without having to pedal really hard. You know,
Right.
I think that
Yeah,
changes.
for sure, for sure. I got a cruiser bike, turned in sold my road bike, got a cruiser bike, bought a basket for it, and I put my Chihuahua on
Oh,
it. And she wears
yes.
her little sunglasses, and
Oh,
like we have matching pink goggles that we wear. And we just tool around on the
yeah.
easy flat paths, and we breathe in the air together, and
Yeah,
it's
and
wonderful.
you just go slow. Yeah, I got a basket for my dog.
Mhm.
Like the baby basket.
Yep.
And I just pull her around and there's her little head sticking out and it's the best thing.
That's
But
awesome.
well, let me ask you one final question, which is
Okay.
what do you like best about being the age that you are now? And you don't have to share your age. Just what do you feel is best about it?
Okay. I think I kind of consider this the second half of life. And I feel like so many lessons are learned in the first half. And so I like that, I'm able to live my life based on the lessons and the mistakes that were made and the challenges that I went through. And there were a lot during the latter part of that first half. And so I feel like I'm on the other side of that now, and I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I get to just do what I love, and follow my passions because they're passions, not because I have to, yeah, prove anything to anyone. And I also love that I'm not taking care of small children right now, that was a
I'm
big
with
part of
you.
that first half, and the changing of diapers and everything that goes along with it that is so wonderful. I loved it. And I'm glad that I don't do that now anymore,
Oh,
that now my
big
kids,
time.
are to the age where I talk to them like adults, and they can take care of themselves, and we have a different kind of relationship that is just as special, and I love that as well.
Oh, and you have a great family. Just saying. So,
Thank you.
well, and then let me know also, let us know how can someone contact you? Because you mentioned a lot of services there that are really helpful. So how do we contact you?
For sure, for sure. I think the easiest way is just to send an email to my web, or my email address is support at 5keys, the number five and the word keys, KEYS.org. That is my the email that I check probably way too many times per day.
Yeah,
But
me too.
any questions about ears, hearing, I'm happy to answer those, or fostering dogs, or
Yeah.
just if you want to connect. I love to connect with women. I think it's fun. And I have done some public speaking I didn't really mention that, but I do love public speaking, and I've done talks not only on the audiology realm, but also for women's groups. And I love to try to inspire other women. So if you ever looking for
Hmm.
a professional who wants, you need a public speaker from a professional perspective that's going to talk about kind of more personal, empowering stuff, that I'm your girl.
I'm sure you're so good at that, Dusty. You're magnetic.
Ah, you're
So,
sweet.
well,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much for letting me do this. And again, it's support at 5keys.org, right?
Mhm,
Your email.
mhm.
Okay, go be free. That's what I always tell people. And so I'll be catching you here on the flip side in 1 second. Thank
All
you,
right.
Dusty.
Thank
Okay.
you.